Good evening, friends. Welcome to the doldrum dungeon of the Back Porch Antiques. Here we are tonight with the lights off, and we're going to show you some uranium glass. Now, I know our last video for uranium glass was a hit. You guys apparently love uranium glass. And we do too. We sell a lot of it here at the Back Porch Antiques, and I want to highlight a couple of the pieces that we've gotten in lately that are pretty rare. Some of them not so much, but everybody just loves looking at that glowing glass, so that's what we're going to do tonight. Just a little bit of a refresher, if you're not familiar with uranium glass or Vaseline glass, it is an early type glassware, early 1900s and possibly even into the late 1800s. If you want a better synopsis of the history of uranium glass, check out our other video. But it is a glass that is actually infused for originally color purposes with a pigment that reacts to a black light. It has uranium in it. There are other colors which are highlighted, and I'll show you a little bit of that in a minute, with different elements from the periodic table that will glow in a different color. Now, again, a little bit of a reminder, there seems to be some confusion nationwide about the safety of uranium glass. Obviously, the brighter and more powerful the glow, it's probably going to have a little bit more uranium in it. It will actually react to a Geiger counter, but most tests indicate that it is not dangerous to use, to eat out of, to drink out of, those sorts of things. I've even seen videos of big city type parties where they will use this glassware in under black light, and it puts on a pretty good show. A lot of people display it in china cabinets or china cases with UV lights, black lights, and make it glow. Always people are looking for the unique pieces to add to their collection, and it would be really easy for me to fall into collecting uranium glass as well. But I've got enough collection started, so I need to stay super focused on what it is that I collect and not chase rabbits like oftentimes I do in speaking engagements. But a little bit of differentiation, again, not to be redundant, but the difference in uranium glass and Vaseline glass, that will hold many different definitions, but the more easy definition of Vaseline glass will be something that's a little bit more yellowish, kind of like this particular piece here. It has more of a yellow hue to it, and it is by some possibly considered Vaseline glass instead of uranium glass. Now, if you'll notice, these pieces, they have a little bit of yellow to them. These are, by the way, this is a flower frog. It's called I don't really know why it's called a frog, maybe because it's got that arched back. But anyway, you set this down in some water and it will hold your flowers, your stem flowers like stem roses and things like that up, straight up. So this is a flower frog. And these are juicers, different types of juicers that you could, get orange juice or lemon juice or whatever out of. That's what these would be used for. You see a lot of juicers in uranium glass. I don't know what it is, but you see a lot of juicers. And they have a little bit of yellow to them, but mostly green. Here's a pretty rare example. You don't see a lot of these. This is obviously a knife. It's actually a cake knife, I do believe. It is glass. It does have a very sharp edge on it and some fingerprints that I need to wipe off. But these pieces are pretty valuable. Durex brand, made in the USA. They are glass and uranium glass, but if you'll notice, they're more of a dark green, not much yellow at all. Same is the case with this ice bucket. This ice bucket also has some etching to it. There is a design there. I cannot remember the name of it, but it looks like some floral design with a probably sterling handle. I don't know if it's marked, but oftentimes those pieces could be sterling silver. If not, it's a good silver plate. Actually, hang on just one second. You got my curiosity up. A little bit of a side note, and I won't charge you any extra for this, but sterling silver is not reactive to a magnet. So I've got a very strong magnet here. If it sticks to this piece, then it's silver plate instead of sterling. Silver plate it is. But now we know. Can't really tell by looking at it. Might do a video on that sometime. There's actually pretty good money in yard sale silver, but nonetheless, very valuable piece here. It's a good looking piece. Stemware is pretty popular. This is fine cut, beautiful stemware. And that is uranium glass and will glow, available here at the Back Porch Antiques. You see a lot of these at the blacklight parties and things in big cities like New York. But those sorts of things. Also, you will find uranium in this Fenton piece. Now, Fenton will call these Fenton glass, we'll call it Burmese, and maybe some other terms, but it will also glow. They also had a Burmese in a kind of a satin blue or satin purple that would glow as well. But this is a more modern use of that particular style of glassware. So these are some examples I've got. We've got hundreds of pieces here at the Back Porch Antiques of uranium glass. Been told by many that our prices are cheap compared to other people. I don't know. At the Back Porch Antiques, we try to buy things well and sell them well. We don't want to get all the profit. We want to pass it on to our customers. So check us out on social media, Facebook, Instagram, things like that. And of course, by all means, follow our YouTube channel. And if you see something that you like, give us a call or shoot us an email, and we can give you a better description, send you some pictures or something. We can ship it to you. Things like this will ship insured, and getting pretty good at shipping. So most times I get it to you and it not damaged, but if by chance it is, we'll take care of it, of course. So what I'm going to do now is make sure my handy dandy little light is on. By the way, how do you test uranium glass? You use an ultraviolet light. One of these little handy dandy lights, and it will make them glow. I have also recently found on another YouTube channel that there is an ultraviolet type laser pointer, laser shooter type thing that people who are searching these sorts of things can use, and it will shoot that ultraviolet laser all the way across an antique store. So if you're standing at the door of an antique store and you see a whole row of glass, you can run your little light all the way from the door across that glass, and if by chance one will light up, then you know to go to that one. So I'll be investing in one of those before long so that I can have that in my travels and in my journeys. But for now, I want you to see how these pieces glow, and we're going to kill the light so that you can see them. So there is our juicer. I mean, look at that. Absolutely beautiful. There's the other juicer. Oh, I didn't show you the marbles. Yeah, back in the day, people made marbles. Can you see those? That had uranium in them, part of the pigmentation. And they're very collectible. We have a pretty good selection of uranium glass marbles. This particular one to the right in my hand, my right, has some orange in it. Which would probably be some other element that also reacts to light. But those 5 particular marbles right there are very reactive to ultraviolet light. And very cool. Here's our ice bucket. Glows very well. Our stemware, very elegant. The Fenton, Burmese Fenton there, has a beautiful glow to it. Our flower frog, that by all means is a tongue twister. I mean, that baby just lights off. And there is our cake knife available here at the Back Porch. By the way, I've got this particular piece that is just a simple crystal piece to show you the difference in how things glow. That's a piece of glassware that doesn't have any uranium in it. It will show up a little bit purple because the light is purple. Actually, it's ultraviolet, but this is a comparison to the 2 particular types of glass. So anyway, that's what we're dealing with here at the Back Porch Antiques. We love this uranium glass, and we like our customers who like our uranium glass. So come see us, and we'll do our best to